Hello friends, welcome to Days in Life. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic, how long we should work in a company. Because nowadays you see government jobs are less, so most of us we are working in a private organization. And it's always debatable that how long we should work in a particular company. So that is one thing we are going to discuss it today. The second question comes, and which again very debatable, that is stability versus mobility. Some people say you should stick to one company, and some people says more you change a company, more you're likely to grow. So what is right today? We will also discuss when to leave a company, what sign you should see while leaving a company, and when you should decide to stick with that particular company. And last, we'll discuss about when there is a question comes between increment or the money or financial versus the career growth. So this we are going to discuss it today. So welcome once again. See, situation I'll take you some 30 years back. Some 30 years back, there is a book comes in the market with the name Horse Sense. This was a very famous book, and book was written by the author Al Rice and Jack Trott. I'll just try to mention, people who want to note down. When you look at, say, as by name you can see the horse sense, which means you have to look at winning horse. Now winning horse can be some company, winning horse can be some person, winning horse can be some business, so anything. So people, he says that to succeed you should have a sense of that winning horse. Now look back, some 30 years back, there are some people who has bought the share of Infosys. See their financial condition today, they are made good money. There are some people same time they bought the share of this Reliance. They also is a big gainer. At the same time, there are some people who has bought the share of some companies who has closed down also. So that is something is the horse sense. Have you picked up the right thing? So that was a concept some 30 years back or 35 years back, that you should pick up a right company and spend good number of time with that. Some 25 years back, somewhere around 1995 or so, American president says that to the Americans that you should be willing to work two to four companies in your lifetime, which means one company will not be sufficient for say 30 or 35 years of the career. And it is, I'm talking some say 25 years back. Now the situation is you may have to work with a more number of companies. Another interesting thing is happening now. Retirements does not happen at the age of 58 or 60. People normally work up to age of 70, in some cases even up to 75 also. Which means our career now is as good as somewhere between 40 to 50 years. In the 40 to 50 years, we cannot even think of working in one organization or one company. And another problem is now, one company normally, except a few companies, does not exist, or the same business model does not exist more than 30-40 years now. Look at say 20 years back, what was the situation of Nokia? Where is Nokia now? So what happened to Nokia employees? Some 10-15 years back, what was the situation of BlackBerry? Where are the employees of BlackBerry now? So when the question comes, where we are talking about, say back to stability versus mobility. Some people say you should stick, some people say you should move. But looking into background, looking into what all the development has taken place in last few years, it is not much of choice. We have to pick up more number of companies to survive. When we look at, say, you have to work for 40 to 50 years. So obviously we have to look at mobility. Now question comes when to leave a company, when to join, or when not, when to decide to stick a company. I tell you another interesting thing. Okay, sorry. See, when we join a company, the first step is building credibility. It takes normally 1.5 years to build a credibility in the new job. After that, you show a good performance, you show your impact, and then you can expect some growth from your side. This entire process takes 2 to 2.5 year time, which means in general, you should not leave any company in the first 2.5 years. By that time, you build your credibility, you show some performance, you show some growth, you show some your impact. Then, how to choose? You should look at a company, whether it's growing and learning also. Companies also learn with the experience. And in the working in the company, you, whether growing or learning, both things are important. Now look at the 4 different possibilities, the 4 different permutation combinations. The first is company is growing and learning and you are also growing and learning. This is the ideal situation, you should continue with the company. The second possibility is that company is growing and learning, but you are not growing or you are not learning and then feeling the company in the company, then you should be cautious. And the third situation is company is not growing or company is not learning, but you are growing and you are learning in the company. This means this can give you some happy timing, but actually you should be alert, because when a company is not growing, this may not be right fit for you for the long-term point of view. And the fourth factor is when the company is not learning, not growing, and you are also not learning, not growing, then probably I will say why you are wasting your time. Then you need to move out. Another factor we need to look at while working in a company is something your stability versus salability. If something happens and you have to move out of the market, are you saleable in the market? Are you employable? Normally when people work more than 5 to 10 years in a company, they become little, useless for other industries and they find it difficult to get adjusted. I will not say useless, but they become difficult to adjust in other industries or other companies. So you must see what is your salability outside if you have to move out. And the last point I will say, when you look at money and the career growth point of view, money and career growth basically they goes together. If you take the financial growth here and career does not grow, over a period of time you become overpaid person and your salability reduce. On the other hand, if you grow in the career, then your finance is basically bound to come back because they all go together, and sooner or later you will start getting more money also. So when there has to be comparison between financial growth or the career growth, one should always look at pick up career growth, because if you are growing in your career, sooner or later you are bound to grow in the financially also, not a vice versa, because if you choose this thing, sooner or later you will become financially overpaid person and can become the liability and can be a problem for you. So friends, today we have discussed about how long we should work in a company, when to join a company, when to stick a company. I hope this video is useful to you. If you want to discuss further about regarding your career counseling, please do reach out to us through our website or through our mobile number given in the end of the video. Thank you very much friends. Thank you for watching us today.